Hello, this is Frontline here, and welcome to another episode on the Craftaway realm. I am relaxing here at the spa because of the last episode. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It was kind of stressful. Honestly, the fight of the Ender Dragon wasn't that stressful, and I won't really spoil what was stressful, but you'll have to kind of tune in and see the entire episode to know exactly why I'm starting this episode in the spa. I just needed a break. I really just needed like a small little break. I decided to just chill out a little bit in the hot tub here, just swim around and cool off, or well, heat up, I guess. But, So, in this episode, we're going to be doing some off and on little tasks, mainly fallout from the last episode. We're going to try and work on getting ourselves Elytra. Well, we have Elytra, but we're going to end up trying to get ourselves unbreaking and mending on those things. Hopefully be able to get some rockets and do some other tasks that now that we're done with that, we can try and work on other things. So yeah, I'll catch you back up once I'm ready to go and show you guys a little bit more progress on what we're going to try and do in this episode. So as we look through the reserves in my storage system down here, we do have a lot, and we probably have enough that will be able to get us mending and unbreaking our Elytra. So we have a bunch of emeralds that we can use to trade with villagers. I think one near what the previously was the zombie farm recently got turned into a drowned farm, but I believe that one of the librarians there is allowed to sell me a book of mending and of unbreaking. So if I just craft 2 books here, we should be able to combine those with the emeralds and the villager to be able to put those onto the Elytra. So anyway, let's actually talk about something I also forgot to mention, is my level count. I was fighting the dragon and died multiple times, and I was like at level 4, I think, in the last episode. I'm at 43 now, and that's because I've been working on a secret project for a little bit. It's going to come out maybe the next episode. It might even have to come out later. It's a really large project that I really want to get lots of progress done on. But yeah, you'll have to wait to be able to see what I'm trying to accomplish in the whole entire realm here. So here, I am able to get the Elytra stuff. The other thing I found was a bunch of gunpowder. I decided to only go with like the stacks of gunpowder. I actually have 1 stack of 63 extra as well, but I'm not going to use that at the moment. I'm just going to try and get myself a bunch of this paper here. Bam, I was able to do all of that. And now I should be able to, if I do this correctly, I almost kind of don't want to use the actual crafting system just in case it doesn't work. If I do the flight duration 1 thing here, I think that works. I'm just going to craft 1 of them for the moment just to test it, just to make sure that I don't like waste all of my gunpowder on something that doesn't work. Because I can try and like fly with I'm going to have a firework rocket in my hand. So if I go like that, and well, first of all, I wasted 1. I'm going to go outside, so it's a little bit easier to test. And hopefully if I jump off a ledge or do something like that, I'll be able to end up activating my Elytra. And another one, really? Okay, fine. So let's really try and get up on top of a ledge. How about, would this work? Would this actually be able to work? I only have 1 firework rocket left. So hopefully, yeah, so I am able to fly up into the air with the flight duration 1. I think flight duration 1 works well enough. Flight duration 3, although it does work, it doesn't actually give you the best bang for your buck. So I'm going to stick with flight duration 1s and be able to create a whole entire slew of those guys using the paper and gunpowder in my inventory. The other thing I've been doing, let's actually like go back up the stairs before I forget. I've been collecting a lot of music discs. I don't have all of my music discs in this chest, but this chest here I've been using to collect a bunch of them. Right here, I'm only missing 3 for my one collection that has all of the discs here. I actually have 2 extra sets elsewhere in the server. I have one at my spawn townhouse, and well, half of one is at the spa that has like Far and like Cat. Those ones are very like relaxing discs in my opinion, so I have like those discs there. And then in like an undisclosed location, I'm going to try and keep the secret up as much as I can. An undisclosed location, I have the rest of the discs that have like the more funky beats like Chirp and Stall and like I guess Wait is also kind of cool. I like Wait quite a bit. But yeah, I have a whole entire another set of those discs there. If you don't know how to get music discs, you basically weaken a creeper down. How I do it is that I use my frontline stabber, whack it once, use my shovel, whack him once, and then he has a low enough health so that once he gets shot by a skeleton, they have a 100% chance of dropping a music disc. Which disc they drop is random, but they do drop a music disc whenever they're killed by a skeleton. So that's how you do it. I have a bunch of them. It's kind of nice to be able to have a little bit of atmosphere in the server. So what was the other thing that we were going to test today? We were going to show off the skulls I've got. So I already showed off the creeper head in one of my episodes. That was actually really fun to get. I was able to get a skeleton skull afterwards. I did get a zombie head as well. Sunfire actually dropped by my base and gave me a second zombie head. I don't think he realized I had one on my person, but he didn't ask for it back after I told him. He was a very good sport about it. Now I have 2 of them, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, that's a very nice little collection we have. Hopefully we'll be able to get more of them with our channeling lightning bolt trident that we have here. And yeah, so I know this has been a very long clip, and it's mostly been a catch-up because there's been a lot of things I've been working on in the server here. But yeah, let's get mending and unbreaking our Elytra, and hopefully we'll be able to continue on in our episode after that. Okay, so we are down here, but it seems as though my information was a little bit misled. This is a mending villager, but not an unbreaking one. So I can go across, there's mending here, but the rest is actually just Fortune and Silk Touch, which is a really good villager, especially since Silk Touch is only 6 emeralds. That's actually really cheap. But still, we are able to get the mending from it, so that's not really a bad trade-off in my opinion. I almost kind of want to make sure that I'm only getting 1 mending book out of this instead of 2, but yeah, there we go. So we're able to get 1 that we can put on the Elytra that will allow us to not have to worry about that. I'm not sure why I wanted to go in my ender chests, so we can just put that on. Only going to cost 2 XP. Let's actually name it something like the Wings of Frontline. How about that? Or nah, Frontlines Flyers. Frontlines Flyers. Oh, that's amazing. that's great. Okay. I came up with that on the spot is what I meant to say. So I came with that on the spot. Frontlines Flyers. I love that. So all we need to do is put unbreaking on them. Technically they can work. It's just that I'm not going to be able to fly for long without having to repair them if I don't do that. But I'm not actually sure if I've shown you guys this farm yet now that I think about it either. So let's just take 1 minute to explain this. Basically, this was a zombie farm. It moved the zombies down here. And now, because there's actually water here at the bottom, the zombies convert themselves into drowns. So you can see that there's a bunch of drowns hanging around here. One even has a nautilus shell in its hand. And we're able to just swipe these guys. Unfortunately, XP physics kind of changed a little bit, so the XP is able to fall through cracks, but not all of it does. So it still kind of works, but at the same time, the XP trap is not as efficient as it once was. I saw a little bit of gold there, though. It's like gold is able to be given by the guys. Also tridents, apparently, which was a little bit strange to realize that technically converted drones should not drop tridents, which probably is a bug. Maybe will get patched eventually. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that, and let's get unbreaking on the Elytra and do the next thing that we're going to be doing in this episode. So this structure here is also in Spawn Town, created by Bullybait, and it seems as though he's kind of separated the guys out. So we have a minor league baseball team of villagers here. I can't reach them at the moment. Okay, so there is a fence gate. I gotta make sure that there are no zombies spawning around here, because I know that it is nighttime, and I gotta be wary of that. So there's like a fortune book, which is actually pretty good, but I don't need fortune at the moment. Feather falling. Oh, that actually had more trades. Not that much more trades, though. So then there's protection. Not very great. We're going to try... I've not seen these villagers here before. I haven't tried to trade with them yet, so I'm kind of just experimenting, hoping that maybe one of them has Unbreaking 3. And even if it doesn't, maybe like some form of Unbreaking Sharpness. I mean, that's not that useful. We've got this guy, Flame, nothing else. I don't think that most of these guys are really trained that well. Frostwalker's alright, but I don't really feel like I need it for this season. I mean, we'll see, but yeah. Anyway, I'll probably just try and get Unbreaking here. What I'm going to do, actually, is we're going to do what I meant to do earlier in the episode and do a 1 hour mining session. I see a zombie behind me, but he's not able to reach the guys. So we're going to be going into a mining trip, try and gather up lots of various materials. And yeah, I'll catch you back up after that session, where hopefully at that point I will have a Elytra that has the Unbreaking and Mending on it. And yeah, I'll just catch back up when all that's done, and we'll continue on with this whole entire charade. We are back from our mining session, and oh boy, it was actually a pretty alright mining session. Definitely better than the last one. The last one, I don't think we actually got any diamonds in that one, but yeah, in this time lapse you've definitely seen like the resources I've got, or at least some of the resources I've got, but I'm actually going to leave it up for the reveal right now. Bam, this is not all of them. They're actually spread between this chest and the one below it, but this is a giant like heap of blocks of coal. I did end up going through most of the coal on my trip. Sometimes I like to avoid coal just because it's kind of a waste of time for my 1 hour, but I still think that getting lots of coal is a good thing. Like if I ever come up with a giant project in which I need to smelt a bunch of things, then like this is how I'd be able to do it. Blocks of coal are one of the best fuel sources in the game. Not actually real coal, blocks of coal are better. But anyway, let's move on. Iron ingots, got lots of stacks of those. I was able to, actually, let me check the upstairs. I'm wondering if I actually did grab everything from this. Yes, I did. Okay, so this is all of the iron smelted. It's 3 stacks and 55, I believe it was. 3 of them actually wasn't mined. I did find the other 3 inside of abandoned mine shafts, or not abandoned mine shafts, inside of zombie spawners, which, if you've seen, they're actually really close to each other. I was kind of surprised about that. But yeah, anyway, 20 lapis block, 6 lapis lazuli. Lapis isn't that useful. I mean, you can enchant things with it, but we have so much of it at this point that we're never going to run out. So anyway, we've got lots of redstone. I love this whole entire heap of redstone here. We found a bunch on our trip. Almost 2 stacks. 4 pieces of redstone dust away from having 2 blocks, or stacks of blocks of redstone. But yeah, we've got 40 gold ingots. Gold we're actually going to be using soon in a future project. Won't spoil too much about that. We're going to have 42 diamonds here. Actually, more diamonds than gold. Not very surprising, since diamonds can actually be mined with fortune. Gold has to be smelted. So yeah, we're able to get more of that kind of stuff. And yeah, and these chests are actually like the miscellaneous things I found. We did find 2 zombie spawners, so we got like a bunch of horse armor. Still no diamond horse armor. I don't know if we own any. We might, but I don't think so. Got some name tags, a golden apple. If you're wondering about the obsidian, I actually did bring an ender chest with me, but I just ended up using it, and because I had my fortune pickaxe on me, I filled the entire thing to the brim and just mined it away, so that I would be able to just grab my items when I came back home. And yeah, I got another music disc. It's one of the default 13/cat ones, so it's like not very great, I'll admit, but at least it wasn't cat. I have too many cats. 13s is better to get. But yeah, got lots of stuff on this mining session. It was very much successful. So yeah, let's actually pop back into the episode where we'll do more. I think in this clip is the one where I finally find the Unbreaking book for my Elytra, which, spoiler alert, I have right now. But yeah, I'll check you back up in that clip. So I was over here to mend some tools from my secret project, and I actually realized that there is a Unbreaking book here. Well, there's actually 2. Technically, these are of Bully Bait's properties, but I actually did message him, and he said that I could have one of them, so that I could put it onto my Elytra to be able to actually have that thing last for a little bit longer. So it's still called Frontlines Flyers, got the Unbreaking Mending. I think those are the only 2 enchantments that can go on Elytra. I mean, it'd be cool to have like a speed enchantment or something. I mean, that'd be kind of fun, even though already the Elytra are pretty fast as they are. But yeah, I doubt that there will ever be more enchantments to it, but at least we have that whole entire thing sorted, and we can get a little bit more XP from the grinder here. So, you remember the Nether Hub from a couple episodes back? Yeah, we were the ones who was able to actually put down redstone all over the bottom to be able to help stop mob spawns. Now, what I don't know is actually if there's a command down there, because Cloudtoast decided that he wanted to have a command block to be able to stop mob spawns, or if it's the fact that redstone actually does stop mob spawns. I don't know. I've heard people say that they saw like zombie pigmen and stuff down there, and that could just be because there was a hole not blocked off somewhere. But honestly, even if it doesn't, well, I don't know. Honestly, if there isn't a command block there, then that means that redstone is successful. That'd actually be a very convenient and useful thing. I also didn't make this staircase. I don't know where this came from. Maybe it existed the whole time, I just didn't know. But yeah, it's like, it could be either that, or it's just the fact that the redstone has nothing to do with it, and the whole entire system works flawlessly anyway. But nonetheless, we're not going to have redstone down here anymore. I am going to collect it all, craft it back, and do I have actually wood on me? I do not have any kind of... Okay, I do have wood, so I can make a crafting table. But yeah, I'm going to gather this all up. I know that personally I have 3 stacks of redstone blocks, plus 1 stack of normal redstone, and the rest I'm going to have to give back to Sunfire, because Sunfire did donate like quite a bit of redstone to the cause, or well, half donated. He said he was going to donate, so I ended up just taking it from his storage system, which I think is fair. I'm going to give it back anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go through this whole entire long and grueling process and catch you back up for the conclusion to this week's episode of Craftaway. I decided to start this clip at my base mostly because of a small reason, and because I was actually crafting some banners here earlier. But you may notice that there's a little bit of obsidian here, and there's not really too many good ways for me to avoid that. Down here we do have a nether portal that will be able to go through and easily be able to get in and out without having to go all the way from my basement to all the way up the stairs and work all the way around and stuff. It's like I can just immediately go to that portal. Like if I go back through that portal, I actually link back with the original portal that's in the middle of the forest. So that's not any problem. I can also create another portal eventually. It's just like that way just saves so much time of me running and trying to jump around and do all sorts of other stuff. So anyway, right now what we are going to do is we're going to head to the Nether Hub, and for multiple reasons. I mean, I guess I could also show you the fact that yes, all of the redstone on the Nether floor is gone, and now won't actually be ruining any kind of illusions or views in this whole entire build. As you can see, bam, it's back to its nice little hubby self. I mean, the one other thing is it kind of seems as though like there's the items of the killed mobs down there, so whenever a mob is killed down there, it just kind of sticks around for a while. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Well, the main thing we want to do in the Nether Hub though is that I was actually creating the design for our new banners. They're going to be the double crosser, and they're going to be green. That was actually not one of the color choices I showed off during the whole entire time that I was building all of the banners and showing them in my episode 18, I believe. But I decided that the color choices I had were, I was almost thinking at first red versus blue, because those are like iconic colors. Those are like the ones that are used in pretty much almost all multiplayer games. It was done in Halo, it was done in World of Warcraft, Dota. Well, I don't know about World of Warcraft, but I mean, that kind of thing is very common in a lot of various games. So even though I haven't played World of Warcraft, I'm pretty certain that they have similar colors. But I decided to go with green because I was almost thinking like green means go, and although the gaming district isn't primarily going to be like races or anything, it's going to be a matter of like, oh, we should go to the green gaming district. You know, it's like kind of a GGG type of thing, go to the green gaming district. But anyway, let's stop rambling for a second. The soon to be called something better gaming district also has a better name, and we're going to work on this gaming district a little bit later too. But what we're going to do is not fall down. We are going to end up calling this place the Craftaway Gaming District. See, right there. That's a very nice little name that I came up with. I think that it really does kind of work out, because obviously the server is Craftaway, and the gaming district is going to be the Craftaway. And I am all about puns, and this was just one I couldn't I couldn't skip about this one. I was like, yep, Craftaway, that sounds about right. We're going to go with that. So anyway, I'm going to put the banners other places in the gaming district. Hopefully we'll be able to get all of that sorted. But yeah, that's all going to be in future episodes and stuff. For this one, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And like it if you did like it. Comment what you think about the banners, what you think about my Minecraft skills if you want to. But yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.